Hello students, so welcome to all of you at the platform of Ali coaching classes. I am teaching physics. Myself Ghazi, Ghazi. So I will teach you physics and part 1. Up till now, up to standard 10th, you might have studied science together, science 1, science 2. But now this science will be bifurcated into 3 subjects. That is the physics, chemistry and biology. So I will teach you physics. In physics, we will deal with the physical phenomena, physical laws. In chemistry, you will learn the chemical properties of the substances. In biology, further bifurcated into botany and zoology. Biology will deal with living organism. For animals and human being, it's zoology. For plants, it is botany. So let's see what is physics. Physics is a Greek word. Physics word is derived from Greek word physis. Just see on the board. It is written on the board as physis. We can pronounce it as F-U-S-I-S. And from this word we have derived the English word physics. Which means nature. So in the subject physics, we will deal with the natural phenomena, natural laws. And we are in daily life coming through these laws and these phenomena. For example, suppose if you wake up in the morning, अब सुबह आप जैसे ही उठते हैं तो पहले आपने ब्रश किया, आपने पेस्ट अप्लाई किया, तो वो पेस्ट अपने पूरे माउथ में फैल जाता है, स्प्रेड हो जाता है. Why does this happens? This is due to low surface tension properties of that paste. When surface tension is low, surface area will be more. Similarly, nowadays, for COVID-19, to prevent ourselves from COVID-19, it is advised to hand wash repeatedly by soap or detergent or sanitize our hand, because the surface tension of soap or detergent or sanitizer is very low. This will spread easily on our hand and remove the germs from our hand. This is again a natural phenomena. So from day to night, if you observe, you will see that everything is associated with physics. So it is very interesting subject. Very interesting subject. If you are having interest in nature, then you will love physics. So physics is a loving subject. It is interesting subject. So in physics, we will learn various phenomena in day-to-day life. So this is about physics. Now physics can be classified into different categories, like mechanics, like heat, that is also called as thermodynamics, electrodynamics, optics, modern physics, and like that. So these are different branches of physics. So we will learn one by one these phenomena, these properties of physics. Now in physics we will deal with physical, number 1, mathematics. If you are having good mathematics, you will have more interest in physics. If you don't have mathematics, then don't afraid. Mathematics is not necessary for physics, for standard 11th and 12th. Suppose if you are opting mathematics, it will help you. If you don't take it, if you exclude mathematics, that makes, then you should not be afraid of it. तो इससे आपको घबराने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. तो फिजिक्स अगर आपने मैथमेटिक्स लिया है तो आपके लिए बहुत अच्छा रहेगा, और अगर नहीं लिया है, आपने इसको एग्जिट कर दिया, छोड़ दिया है, तब भी इससे कोई बहुत बड़ा फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. माइनर फर्क तो पड़ता है. मैथमेटिक्स आपको फिजिक्स को समझने में हेल्प करता है, लेकिन सपोज आपने एक्सक्लूड कर दिया है तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, तब भी आपका काम चल जाएगा. अब फिजिक्स में हम पढ़ते हैं फिर फिजिकल क्वांटिटीज. फिजिकल क्वांटिटीज मीन्स द क्वांटिटीज विच कैन बी सीन, which can be observed are called physical quantities, which can be measured, जिसको आप नाप सकते हैं, मेजर कर सकते हैं, that is they are called physical quantities. So in this chapter we will deal with the physical quantities. Then in measurement we will require accuracy. Our result should be very accurate. Suppose if accuracy is less, then it may change our result. So accuracy is very necessary in physics. So we have to deal with the accurate subject or accuracy in the physics. Then physics can further we can classify into macroscopic world and microscopic world. Macroscopic means the large quantities, large matter. Microscopic means very, very small, which we can't see by naked eye, like electron, proton, neutron, etc. This is called microscopic world. So in physics we will deal with the macroscopic as well as microscopic, both quantities. Then we can further classify physics into two categories. One is called classical physics and other is called modern physics, or others say quantum physics. The old physics before Einstein era is called classical physics. The physics after Einstein era is called quantum physics. So we will deal with both classical physics as well as quantum physics. Okay. Now today I am not going to start the chapter of 11th standard. I will just recall what you had learned in lower classes. In lower classes you have learned about gravitation. I will just recall you what you have learned. आपने अभी तक क्या क्या पढ़ा है, इसको just recall कर लें. In gravitation you have learned Newton's law of gravitation. You know that Newton had described the law about gravitation. Suppose if you release an object from certain height, it will fall towards ground, because earth has force of attraction. That's why it is falling down towards earth. So Newton has observed this phenomena, and from this phenomena and by performing various experiments he has informed us by making certain laws. And first of them is called Newton's law of gravitation. तो लॉ न्यूटन ने बनाया नहीं, लॉ तो नेचर ने बनाया, गॉड ने बनाया. न्यूटन ने उस पर स्टडी किया और उसको डिजाइन किया प्रॉपरली, और फिर हमें बताया कि व्हाट इज न्यूटन्स लॉ ऑफ ग्रेविटेशन. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, सपोज दिस इज द फर्स्ट ऑब्जेक्ट, दिस इज सेकंड ऑब्जेक्ट. So these are two objects, or suppose masses say m1 and m2. And they are placed at distance r away from each other. This is m1, this is m2, and separation between them is suppose r. So according to Newton's law of gravitation, they are attracting each other. So every two objects in the universe attract each other, and this force depends upon their masses as well as the distance. More is the mass, more is the force. Less is the mass, less is the force. So force is directly proportional to product of the masses. That is M1 and M2. And inversely proportional to square of the distance between them. More the distance, less is the force. Less is the distance, more is the force. Suppose if two objects are placed very close to each other. So these two objects. Suppose if we increase the distance, force will decrease. If we bring them closer, force will increase. So less is the distance, more is the force, and vice versa. तो डिस्टेंस को अगर आप कम कर देंगे तो फोर्स बढ़ जाएगा, और डिस्टेंस को बढ़ा देंगे तो फोर्स कम हो जाएगा. सो दिस इज इनवर्स स्क्वायर लॉ. डिस्टेंस को कम करेंगे तो फोर्स उसके स्क्वायर टाइम्स चेंज होगा. सो एफ इज इनवर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल टू आर स्क्वायर. सो डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू product of the masses and inversely proportional to square of the distance between them. So what Newton has stated, that there exists a force of attraction between every two objects in the universe which is directly proportional to product of the masses and inversely proportional to square of the distance between them. Now what is concept of directly proportional and inversely proportional? For example, suppose x is directly proportional to y. It means that if y increases, then x also increases. If y decreases, then x also decreases. This is called directly proportional. Some constant x is equal to, say, ky. K is called constant of proportionality. For example, suppose if we say that x is equal to some constant, say 2y. That means every time x will be 2 times of y. Every time x will be 2 times of y. Suppose we are changing value of y. Say y is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 and like that. Now what will be value of x? Initially value of y is 1. So 2 into 1 would be 2. So value of x is 2. When y is 2, so 2 into 2 would be 4. Then 3. So 2 into 3 would be 6. Then 4. So 2 into 4 would be 8 and like that. So every time x is 2 times of y. So y is increasing, x is also increasing by a certain factor, and that factor is 2. So every time x is 2 times of y, whatever may be value of y, x is always 2 times of y. That is concept of directly proportional. That means अगर ये क्वांटिटी बढ़ेगी तो ये भी बढ़ेगी, अगर ये डिक्रीज होगी तो ये भी डिक्रीज हो जाएगी. Now let's see what is concept of inversely proportional. So x inversely proportional to, say, z. It means that if z increases, x decreases. If z decreases, x will increase. So x is inversely proportional to z. Some constant, say x is equal to 100 into 1 by z. 100 is a constant of proportionality. Suppose now we are selecting value of z as 1. This is z. Say 1, 2, say 4, then 5 and 10, etc. Then let's see how x will change. This is 100 upon z. That is can be written, that is equal to 100 upon z. X is equal to. So x is equal to 100 upon z. 100 into 1 is 100 divided by z. So when z is 1, so it is 100 upon z, that is equal to 100. Then 100 upon 2, next value is 2. So 100 upon 2 would be 50. Then next value is 4. So 100 upon 4 would be 25. Then 100 upon 5 is 20. Then 100 upon 10 is 10. Just see, z is increasing 1, 2, 4, 5, 10 and like that. Although not in order, we are taking randomly 1, 2, 4, 5, 10. And check value of x. When it was 1, it is 100. Z increases, x decreases in compared to this value. So z gone increasing while x gone decreasing, 100, 50, 25, 20 and 10 and so on. So from this observation we have concluded that when this quantity, that means z, increases, then x decreases. That is called inversely proportional. Similarly here, but this is square times, that means if distance get double, force will be 1 by 4 times. 2 का square आएगा 4, यह आ जाएगा 1 by 4 times. If distance get triple, it would be 1 by 9 times and like that. So inversely proportional to a square of the distance between them. So if we are increasing the distance, these are two objects. So now this is the first object and this is second object. For the same two objects, M1 and M2, we have increased the distance. Since we have increased the distance, therefore force will decrease. So this gravitational force will be directly proportional to product of the masses and inversely proportional to a square of the distance between them. This is called Newton's law of gravitation, and this law is applicable for every two object in the universe. हर एक के लिए अप्लाई होगा, only planets के लिए नहीं होगा, बल्कि हर दो ऑब्जेक्ट के लिए. जैसे for example, suppose the pen and the desktop, they are attracting each other. फिर क्वेश्चन ये आएगा, then why they are not moving towards each other when if you are releasing? यहाँ से रिलीज किया तो ये नीचे गिर जाएगा, नजदीक क्यों नहीं आएगा? Because they are also attracted by Earth, and mass of Earth is very very large, very huge mass in compared to their masses. Duster का mass, pen का mass, Earth के mass के कंपेयर में बहुत कम है, negligibly small. Therefore they are basically attracted from Earth. तो यहाँ से रिलीज किया, then they will move towards ground, because they are more attracted towards ground because mass of Earth is very large. Because this whole depends upon mass also. So this is directly proportional to masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. जैसे यहाँ कांस्टेंट लिया था k, यहाँ लिया था 100, similarly यहाँ भी कांस्टेंट आएगा. So f is equal to some constant g, m1, m2 upon r square. G is a constant called Newton's constant or universal gravitational constant. Universal gravitational constant. And Newton obtained its value as G is equal to 6.67 into 10 raised to minus 11 Newton meter square per kilogram square. So this is the value of a universal gravitational constant. Then question arises, why it is called a universal gravitational constant? Because the value remains constant throughout the universe. यूनिवर्स में आप कहीं भी चले जाएंगे इसकी वैल्यू चेंज नहीं होगी, इट विल रिमेन एज इट इज। जो वैल्यू सरफेस ऑफ अर्थ पर है सर्टेन हाइट पर जाने पर भी सेम रहेगी, इनटू डेप्थ ऑफ सी जाने पर भी सेम रहेगी, मून पर जाएंगे तब भी सेम रहेगी, किसी और प्लैनेट में जाएंगे या वैक्यूम में जाएंगे या स्पेस में जाएंगे तभी जी की वैल्यू चेंज नहीं होगी। दैट्स व्हाट इज कॉल्ड एज यूनिवर्सल ग्रेविटेशनल कांस्टेंट। सो जी इज कॉल्ड यूनिवर्सल ग्रेविटेशनल कांस्टेंट। अब इसका यूनिट कैसे ऑब्टेन किया? न्यूटन मीटर स्क्वायर पर किलोग्राम स्क्वायर। लेट्स सी दैट। So F is equal to G m1 m2 upon r square. Our aim is to obtain value of gravitational constant. How it is obtained? तो यहां से आपने G को सेपरेट कर दिया. So G is equal to F as it is, R आएगा मल्टीप्लाई में F R स्क्वायर. डिवाइडेड बाय m1 m2, ये आएगा डिवीजन में m1 m2. So now unit of G is equal to F is a force, and we know that SI unit of force is Newton. R is the distance, and we know that SI unit of distance is meter. It's R square, so it would be meter square. Divided by two masses, so kilogram into kilogram will be kilogram square. So now SI unit is Newton meter square per kilogram square. The same we are taken here. So this is how the unit of any physical quantity can be obtained, if you know the formula for that. So this is called Newton's law of gravitation. This is the value of G, universal gravitational constant. Now what is the concept of inversely proportional to R square? Suppose ये एक ऑब्जेक्ट है, ये एक ऑब्जेक्ट है. Suppose इसके बीच में पहले फोर्स था से 16 न्यूटन. When distance was suppose 1 meter. अब इसको आपने डिस्टेंस को डबल कर दिया. सो फोर्स इज इनवर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल टू आर स्क्वायर. तो डिस्टेंस को डबल कर दिया तो फिर फोर्स बढ़ेगा या कम होगा? सिंस इट इज इनवर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल, देयरफॉर इफ वी इंक्रीज द डिस्टेंस, फोर्स विल डिक्रीज. Square times, that means F2 upon F1 will be R1 upon R2 square, because it is inversely proportional. तो ये 2 and 1 आएगा तो ये 1 and 2 बनेगा, इनवर्स आएगा और स्क्वायर टाइम्स आएगा. So this is F2 upon F1 was 16 is equal to R1 upon R2 square. Suppose initially R1 was 1 meter and now R2 has been increased to say 2 meter. Distance को हमने डबल कर दिया. तो पहले ये 1 meter था, अब आ गया 2 meter. So it's square. So 1 by 2 square would be 1 by 4. Therefore F2 is equal to 16 will be in multiplication. 16 by 4, that is equal to 4 Newton. तो पहले जो 416 न्यूटन था उसका 1/4 हो गया. तो डिस्टेंस को डबल किया तो 1/4 हो जाएगा. ट्रिपल करेंगे तो 1/9 हो जाएगा एंड सो ऑन. एंड डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू प्रोडक्ट ऑफ द मासेस. अगर दोनों में से किसी भी एक मास को आपने डबल कर दिया तो फोर्स डबल हो जाएगा। एक मास को आपने ट्रिपल कर दिया, सेकंड को सेम रखा तो फोर्स ट्रिपल हो जाएगा। दोनों को डबल डबल किया, 2 and 2 कर दिया तो 4 टाइम्स हो जाएगा। दोनों को ट्रिपल ट्रिपल किया तो 9 टाइम्स हो जाएगा, एंड सो ऑन। That means suppose if we are increasing the masses, force will increase. And suppose if we are decreasing the masses, force will decrease. But suppose if we are increasing the distance, force will decrease. And if we decrease the distance, force will increase. This is concept of Newton's law of gravitation, and this is applicable for every two object in the universe, and it is independent of the medium present between the two object. जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल सपोज ये दो ऑब्जेक्ट है एयर में, और इनके बीच में फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन है सपोज 10, और इन्हीं दो ऑब्जेक्ट के बीच में आपने कोई दूसरा मीडियम रख दिया। सपोज आपने इन दोनों को वाटर में प्लेस कर दिया, तो वाटर में प्लेस करने से मीडियम चेंज होगा। पहले एयर था, मीडियम वाटर हो गया, तो इनका ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स चेंज नहीं होगा, because this gravitational force of attraction is independent of the medium. So this gravitational force of attraction is independent of the medium present between them. So this is concept of Newton's law of gravitation. Then you also studied in 11th standard, about 10th standard, about acceleration due to gravity. When object is released from certain height, यहां से ऑब्जेक्ट को आपने रिलीज किया towards ground, then gradually speed go on increasing. And just before hitting the ground, the speed would be maximum. This change in velocity or change in speed is called acceleration, and this cause is gravity. Speed is increasing because of force of attraction of Earth, that is called gravity. Therefore, this is called acceleration due to gravity, and that is denoted by small g. And this value is 9.8 meter per second. So this is an average value at surface of Earth. This is called acceleration due to gravity. Now suppose this is Earth. Mass of Earth is suppose m. Radius is r, and object is placed here. So object is placed at surface of Earth of mass small m. Then according to Newton's law of gravitation, there exists a force of attraction between Earth and this object, which is directly proportional to product of their masses and inversely proportional to a square of the distance between them. So F is equal to G m upon square of the distance. So distance between center of Earth and object is r, equal to radius of Earth. So F is equal to G m upon r square is the gravitational force of attraction acting between Earth and the object. Now when object is placed on the surface of Earth, if mass is m, then weight would be mg. So F is equal to mg, where m is mass, g is acceleration due to gravity. So its weight will be F is equal to mg. Now since weight of object is due to gravitational force of attraction, therefore we can equate both forces. that is mg is equal to gmm upon r square. Why we are equating? Because weight of object is due to gravitational force of attraction. Therefore, we can equate them. So, weight of object is equal to force due to gravity. So, mg is equal to gmm upon r square. So, from this expression, the term m get cancelled from both sides. So, we get the relation g is equal to gm upon r square. This is formula for acceleration due to gravity at the surface of Earth. Now suppose if we substitute the value of gravitational constant, that is 6.67 into 10 raised to minus 11. Mass of Earth is 6 into 10 raised to 24 kilogram. Divided by radius of Earth is 6400 kilometer, or that is 6.4 into 10 raised to 6 meter. And suppose if we solve it, then we get the answer as 9.8 meter per second square. So this is a formula for acceleration due to gravity and how we can obtain its value. Now suppose if object is raised to certain height from surface of Earth, let's see what happens. So object was initially placed at the surface of Earth, and now we are raising its height. Say here. तो ऑब्जेक्ट को हमने अर्थ से सर्टेन हाइट पर लेकर चला गया. तो ऑब्जेक्ट को सर्टेन हाइट पर ले जाने से इसका एक्सेलरेशन ड्यू टू ग्रेविटी कम हो जाएगा. ऐसा क्यों होगा? फॉर्मूला इज g इज इक्वल टू gm अपॉन r स्क्वायर. Now suppose object is at this height, say h, from surface of Earth. So that distance from center of Earth would be r plus h. जब ऑब्जेक्ट सरफेस ऑफ अर्थ पर था तो यहाँ था एक्सेलरेशन ड्यू टू ग्रेविटी, और उस हाइट पर एक्सेलरेशन ड्यू टू ग्रेविटी चेंज हो जाएगा. तो अब इसका हम सिंबल भी हम चेंज कर दें. सपोज हियर इट इज जी एच. इट्स नॉट जी इनटू एच, नॉट लाइक दिस. It's G and H. H just to show that it is something different from G. अगर सरफेस ऑफ अर्थ के कंपेयर में ये वाली डिफरेंट आएगी, तो इसके सिंबल को हमने चेंज किया एंड फॉर कन्वीनियंस वी हैव प्लेस्ड GH. अब क्या बनेगा फॉर्मूला? GH is equal to GM as it is. G is gravitational constant, M is mass. Upon now distance from center of Earth is r plus h. So this is r plus h square. So gh is inversely proportional to square of the distance from center of Earth. तो इस डिस्टेंस के कंपेयर में ये डिस्टेंस इंक्रीज हो गया और gh इनवर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल में है. Therefore suppose if height of object increases above surface of Earth, then acceleration due to gravity decreases, and it is exponential, square times होगा. So as the person is moving above surface of Earth, acceleration due to gravity go on decreasing exponentially. Suppose if we plot a graph, the graph nature would be like this. ये संरचना आएगा. This is g and this is the distance. So as g increases, acceleration due to gravity decreases square times. So this is about acceleration due to gravity. So I think this is sufficient for today. In next period, we'll discuss something else. So thank you very much. That's all.